Hello everyone, today I'm checking out the demo of LOK? L-O-K? I don't know how you're meant to pronounce L-O-K. It sounds like lock to me. This came out on Steam in December, I think, and I watched one video of it at the time. It's a puzzle game. I don't remember that much about, like... I remember it was kind of, I don't know, not very witnessy, but a little bit in that, like, you learning what the rules are is part of the game, and so by like having watched that video, I felt I had spoiled myself somewhat. But at this point, I've kind of forgotten all of it, so I think I'm fresh to play. This is just the demo, because in case I don't like it, I don't want to pay for the whole game, but it's probably fine. I've placed... There's some sort of opening intro here, or cinematic. Seeds were planted. And then rain, and now they're growing? I need to turn down the sound. I turned down the music, but I left the sound effects high because there were not any loud sound effects in... Hello? Okay. Can I... LOK are a fresh new kind of living beings, I think, that spawned in the middle of a vast, incomprehensible world. Help them understand their surroundings and guide them towards expansion of their civilization. Yeah. Okay, so, but that intro cinematic was way too loud. I mean, I don't know. It looked that way in OBS. Oh, I didn't mean to hit quit. Alright, one sec. Alright, we're back. And on what looks like a level select screen, it's really encouraging me to click this one about fires. This one looks like it's, I don't know, mushrooms or something, or lightning? Let's click this. What? And I don't remember this from the demo or from the video I watched. Click the one. Ah, that was just that. I see. So we went to world 1 and this is level 1. I thought this was the actual puzzle and it didn't look anything like what I remembered. Okay. Click on tiles to spell LOK. Use LOK by clicking on an additional tile. So you do this and like, oh, it spells LOK. And now I have a LOK, which I can click. And it gets spent, and our goal... I'm playing dark mode, by the way. I think the default aesthetic is brighter than this, so... Okay, you must always black out all tiles in a level. So we can spell LOK backwards, I guess. And we can spell this LOK and black out a K. Keywords must be spelled in a straight line, so it's saying you can't do this. But this is certainly one, and I can't use this K, so let's get rid of it. Can't use this O. Can't use this L. You can hold, click, and drag. Yeah, I've been doing that. You can also undo moves by right-clicking. Okay. Yeah, I can't use this horizontal lock, because then we'd only have one. We need two. Adjacency. Oh yes, this is familiar. Okay, so all right, maybe I remember more than I should from the demo, but from the video I watched. So this one looks sort of impossible, right? There's only one LOK we can spell. This one, but this here tells me, hey, actually, adjacency can change throughout the puzzle. And now this O like kind of doesn't exist anymore, and you can spell LOK across it. And now all of this doesn't exist, and you can spell LOK that way. Next world unlocked. Great. Okolul! Well, there's only one LOK we could possibly spell right now, and it's this one. We gotta get rid of this O to make another. And this LOK gives us this. Simple enough. This L and this O... Okay, how many LOKs do I have? Well, do I need? We need to get rid of this O and this L, certainly. And in this... We need to get rid of two characters in this line. And it has to be one L and one K. I don't think it should be these two. Because... I can use those going downwards. So it should be these... No, wait. It could be these two, I suppose. And then I could spell lock using this L and this K, or I can get rid of them. Okay. There are 12 total things here. Each lock gets rid of 4 characters total. So I must be spelling 3 of them. That's a good way to think of things. And indeed, there's only one reasonable way to spell 3 of them. Use this to get rid of some junk. Use this to get rid of some junk. And use this to get rid of some junk. Okay. Lol. Ukolakok. I guess this would you just pronounce okay, huh? Okay. Counting the number of characters seems like a good strategy to start with. I count 12 again, so we need to form 3 locks. This K can really only be useful this way. And if I do that, I want to get rid of one of these, so I can form a lock here. Get rid of this. Yeah, okay, no problem. I was about to actually go up to the level select screen myself, voluntarily, and see how many there are. It looks like it's suggesting we advance. We only needed 5. But what if we just tried to finish off this world? I'd really like to get rid of this K, wouldn't I? And the only way to do that would be with this L? That's crazy. No, maybe it's not so bad. Lock here. Nope, that's not going to work. Is it? No, of course not. Lock here. Now I can get rid of this, and then up here it clears this up for another one here. There we go. Starred puzzles are advanced. Okay, and so was 9 starred? I don't know. But 10 is. Oh, there's a star here. Was there one on 9? I guess I could find out. No. So it's not like the star was cleared when I completed the puzzle. Okay, so here we have, what, 10, 16. We need 4 locks. So that could be one. This could be another. This could be another. Yeah, that's enough. That's 4, isn't it? Oh, but the order matters probably, right? Not much, actually. Yes, I need to do this one before I can do this one. I need that O, get rid of you, get rid of you, get rid of you. Okay, I wondered if advanced puzzle or starred puzzle might mean you need a mechanic from a future world, but it seems not. Here we have what? 7, 15, and 5, 27? No, that doesn't add up. 13 and 7 is 20. 8 and 5 is 13, not 15. Okay. So we need 5 locks. Well, 4 are quite easy if we wanted. We could just do them across these rungs of the ladder. But I assume I would then be left... Ah, okay. Well, I need 5 locks, and there are only 5 Ks. Each K must be part of a lock, so this has to be one of them. And it could only do so using this O and this L. So this O and K... Okay, well if I'm doing K to L down here, that means this K is otherwise unusable. It has to go here. And it's still... So there's kind of two ordering things going on here, right? Two almost cursors passing each other in opposite directions. The order in which you use locks, and the order in which you spend, or the order in which you create locks and the order in which you spend them. Because you have to spend this to remove a letter. Like, I could remove this O, for example, right? I know I'm not going to use that as part of a lock, but I bet I can't do that. I need to, I don't know, for example, maybe there could be some letter somewhere I need to get rid of, like, in order to enable another lock. Like, probably I should start working on making this, right? In fact, you can prove that this is never a necessary play. I never have to get rid of this, because this one I could always remove later if necessary, right? It could be the last thing I remove. This one, I need to remove before this one, for certain. So this play is strictly better, although it may not be a solution still. There may be something else that's more urgent than this to get rid of. How many L's do I have? I also only have 4 L's. So every L has to be part of a lock. And this one, since it can't be part of this, has to go here. Likewise, this one, I guess. This is more urgent to get rid of. Are blanks always more urgent to get rid of than letters? No, I don't think that's true. Because sometimes a letter could be someplace important, and a blank could be someplace you can defer. Okay, anyway, so this lock has to go at some point. And now I think we're pretty much free in the order in which we remove things. This has to go up here, and may as well get rid of that, and this has to come down here, and we can get rid of that. So even just this one simple mechanic is interesting, right? They can make non-trivial puzzles out of it. What is this, 24? We need 6 locks. How many L's do I have? More than 6. I have 7. I have even more K's. And 7 O's. Yeah, 9. I have 8 L's. Not 6 or 7, rather. 9, 8, must be 7 O's. So O's are the most constrained here. Yeah, this one does seem more difficult. There's not necessarily an obvious place to start. Let's see, this O can never be used, because it can't see an L on one side and a K on the other. Likewise, this L and this L. Ah, and I guess that gives us the starting point, right? If I need 6 locks and I have 7 O's, and this O can't be part of a lock, then all the others must be. And both of these L's can't be either, right? No, this one could be. It could be L-O-K. But this one can't. I think all the others in principle could be. So is there any O that can only ever be part of a single lock? That would be a good place to start, because you would know creating that lock would not break the puzzle. The problem is I don't think there is. This one could be used up or across. This one... Oh, well, okay. I wish I had a pen, because this O can never be used, and so I could mark it off maybe somehow. But more importantly, this O must be this L to this K. There's no other way it could work. Right? Obviously, look is not the thing I'm supposed to spell, but this O is reserved for this LOK, which means I need to get rid of this O first. And this O, therefore, can't go up. In fact, it has to be part of this lock, which means I have to get rid of this one first, and it can't go across. Yes, and the only lock it can be a part of that isn't this one is this one. So I believe I can spell this. This is a valid start. Now, do I have to... Okay. I wondered whether I could save locks up or something. No, you have to spend them as soon as you get them. So I know someday I have to get rid of this, but again, it might not be urgent. This K looks dead, so that's another one, I guess. But I don't know what's urgent. I'd like to get started spelling this lock at some point, but I don't think I'm supposed to get rid of this L, am I? I'm not sure. This K is dead. Let's try getting rid of this. No, not that. Undo. This? Maybe that's right. I don't know. Because then I can do this. Which would give me that. This is looking kind of lame. How many is this I've done so far? 3? And I said I need 6? All the O's except this one have to be involved, right? I think we can do that, can't we? Kill that off. And I have 1... No. This is wrong. This L has to go up here, and this L has to go up here, and now this O can never be reached. Okay, well, this K is in the way. And I know we have to go up to get rid of it. I don't know. Let's just get rid of a letter that I know isn't doing anything, and maybe I can make everything I want with just locks, like so. No. Now this K has too many things to do. Yeah, so I wish I could, like, draw a line. Like, color it or something. Because, like, mark... There's no extra controls or something? Mark something as reserved, as, like, I'm going to get rid of this in the following way someday. Oh, shit. shoot, I've undone too much, because I proved which one I had to do first, and I've already forgotten what it was. Alright, well, let's leave the starred puzzle for later, as suggested, although it would have been cool to learn what happens when you finish a whole world. These guys doing, like, not agriculture, but they're learning transportation. They're putting stuff in carts. Learn a new word, TLAK. It makes you black out 2 adjacent tiles. Right, so we learn about new words now. TLAK, I can say those 2. And those 2, sure. You can check hints in the dictionary by clicking the top right corner icons. I see. So those are the 2 words I know. And that would be hints. Well, let's solve it without hints, but then check what the hint was. You have to do the LOK first, clear this. Yeah, okay. So LOK first, clearing here, then TLAK, clearing these 2. But first, let's read the hint. LOK, TLAK. I see, it's the order in which you have to do things, I guess. That's the hint. All right. TLAK is kind of the only thing I can do, and then I can do this, and TLAK some more to get these, and LOK some more to get this. TLAK looks like the only thing I can do. Is that right? I think so. But now what? How do I... Oh, clear these and I have 2 LOKs. Sure. There's a LOK here that would let me open up a TLAK. Or this TLAK for that matter. I bet it's going to be important which one I choose. Because I need to get this... Well, this is the only start. And it has to be this one next, I think. Because this one is not adjacent to anything. But I need to use a TLAK to remove it. And if I use this TLAK, these 2 have become adjacent. Now I can do it again, clear these, and go there. New world. Next world, rather. There's a LOK and a couple TLAKs I can use. A lot of TLAKs. "16 tiles. A TLAK removes 6. Oh no, this is 7th grade algebra again. This is like, figuring out how many LOKs and TLAKs to use, you can do some algebra. I mean, these numbers are small enough you can work it out by hand, but there are 16 total letters to be removed. Every TLAK removes 6, and every LOK removes 4. And so you can set up a system of equations. Let's say you use A to represent TLAK and O to represent LOK. You can say, okay, you know, well, wait a minute. I guess this doesn't... This isn't enough information to uniquely determine a solution, but then constrained to integers will be, I assume. So you can say that 4 LOKs, 4O plus 6A is 16. Divide everything by 2 if you want. Then help. I can't divide by 2 in a system of equations, even a single equation in my head. 2O, that's twice as many, 2 LOKs plus 3 TLAKs is, or 3 times the number of TLAKs, right, is 8. Solve for A in terms of O, I guess? is too hard. We can... if I could write it down. If I used one lock, how many would be left? We would have 12, right? And then 2 TLAKs would clear everything out. Whereas if I use no locks, I couldn't do it. Okay, sure, that's a simple way of seeing it. I assume this and this are going to become adjacent, so we just need to remove the left side here, yeah. I only have one A. $16 again. If I didn't use any A's, I would need 4 locks, which I obviously don't have. Correct. There's not enough O's. So I have to use the A. So I assume we're doing like this. Yeah, and then these two have become adjacent. Good. And now it's saying, hey, you can go if you want, which is fair enough. It's only one A. 8, 10, 14, 18. Well, that's not divisible by 4, so I have to use a TLAK at some point. But the only place I can start is this lock, right? Nothing else is makeable. Probably this L is the one that needs to go, so I can do another lock here. Yeah. Then TLAK lets me clear this out and lock here. I'll look at some starred puzzles. I'm a certified genius. $16 again. You could do that with only locks if you had 4 of them. Could I do that? What if I used a TLAK? Well, then it would be impossible, right? I'd have 10 left, and you gotta divide that by 4? Get out of here. So the TLAK is never happening. So this A needs to be removed at some point. Let's say now. To give me this. And this K is in the way of a lock. Yeah, it was a trick. And this is the world where they taught you TLAK, but there's a puzzle where you can't use TLAK to solve it. A trap for the unwary. What is this? 6, 14, 18, 20? Okay. So if you used no TLAKs, that would be 5 locks, which seems hard, but might not be impossible. And using 1 TLAK is impossible. Nope. Yeah, because that would leave us with 14, which is not properly divisible. So we're using either 0 or 2 TLAKs. If we used 2, we'd have 8 left, which is 2 locks. I assume 5 locks is going to be too hard. So let's try to open up a TLAK here like this. Actually, I don't know if I want to cache it in yet, do I? What are 2 adjacent tiles I want to get rid of? Well, probably these O's, actually. Well, no, I have no idea whether I need this O or not. Might be... It's probably part of this lock, isn't it? This O looks kind of bad, though. But I need this L, right, okay. Oh, this O is right. We want to get rid of this at some point to do this, but where can I find two adjacent tiles that I don't need? Not so easy. Okay, let's step back for a minute. I said that I'm using 2 TLAKs and 2 LOKs. That's 4 L's, and I only see 4 L's. So every one of them has to be part of something. If we're using both TLAKs, this L goes across. These L's both go across. So this L goes here, and we're never actually using any of this junk. Is that true? How do I know this L goes across? Why can't it go down? Seems like it could go down. Oh, right. It, like, has to, right? No, there's a lock here that also... Okay. But this L has to go down, right? Since I need all of them, it can never be erased. And the only lock it can be a part of is to there. Okay. Well, but that's not true at all. It could be part of this TLAK. But this L is definitely part of this TLAK. It can't be anything else. So I need to get rid of these O's with some urgency. And I have to use locks to do it, right? Because I can't make them adjacent before spelling the TLAK. So it almost looks as if you have to start this way. Maybe I've missed something, some reason why this is no good. In fact, it looks like I have. This is horrible. Because now nothing can ever get rid of this K. And it definitely can't be the case that I'm doing 5 locks, because there are only 4 L's. So it has to be 2 of each. And each L has to contribute. Oh, I guess if I spell this, I get access to another lock here. And this K has to be removed by a lock at some point, right? So maybe this lock actually never gets spelled. What if we did this? Now I can ta-da, and get rid of those. You know, I was wrong when I said nothing could ever remove this K. It can become adjacent to this other K if I fill out all these other words. Neat. I'm a little worried about trying this one. worst that can happen is I have to give up, though. Alright, we have 1622. Well, that could be 3 TLAKs and a LOK, which would use all the A's. Or it could be 1 TLAK, leaving 16, and 4 LOKs. I do have enough O's for that. It's possible. But this O and this O, can they both be something? I guess they could. We could go here and then, like at some point, and not immediately, but at some point remove this, and we'd have a LOK going that way. So is it possible to spell 2 TLAKs? That's a question, I guess. They would all have to be here. Well, that's impossible, right? I only have 2 T's. So it's got to be 1 TLAK and the rest LOKs. Which means 4 of them. So yeah, I do need to make 4 LOKs, which means every O needs to be part of a LOK. Well, this one can only go here. It also means this L and this A both have to be removed by LOKs. Because I need to be able to form a TLAK. And I can't form one until these, well, it doesn't have to be these. I mean, it could be like these two, but one of these L's and one of these A's has to be removed by LOKs. But it doesn't mean that I have to like spell a LOK somewhere else and click on them. I could do this and then one of them's gone, right? This could in fact be the first move and then just spell TLAK. It's actually almost promising. Except there are only 5 L's. And I said I need 4 LOKs and a TLAK, so all the L's have to spell a word. I can't ever erase one of them. So this L can only ever be part of the TLAK. It can't be part of any LOKs. So this L must be part of a LOK, and the only one it can be is here. Good. That's a start. This K appears to be in the way. But that doesn't mean I should get rid of it with a LOK, right? I might be getting rid of it with the TLAK. Also, there are only 4 O's, so each O has to be part of a LOK. So one of the T's and one of the A's have to be erased with LOKs. Or with TLAK, I suppose. No, you can't erase an A with TLAK. Could erase a T, though. So we could do this, of course, and give ourselves access to another LOK. Isn't that nice? I don't know if it's great, but maybe it's good. could maybe get rid of an A. It's got this one has to be removed by a lock, doesn't it? Because how could a TLAK remove it? There's no adjacent tile that I would be happy to get rid of. I need this L and this O and this K to be together. Wow, that's very constraining. So this K and A have to be sniped out by locks. No. I could get rid of some of them with TLAK. So what if I tried this? No, that doesn't work because I used up everything up here. Okay. So what if I did try getting rid of these with locks? Well, I can't. I can't make another lock now. And this is wrong. This K and A are a big problem. But this lock is the only one I can start with, right? I don't have anything else to do. And it by itself does not... Just getting rid of these 3 letters doesn't give me anything else I could do. And we tried this already, and it doesn't seem to give us anything either, right? I can make a TLAK, but it can't do anything useful. I don't have enough locks to make progress. So I actually think I need to make the TLAK right now. But what does that accomplish? I can't make it right now. I gotta get rid of an L. Well, I could. I can get rid of one of these A's. But then when I do this, there's no place that I can get rid of, is there? That gives me... oh, what about that? Those 2 are adjacent. Hang on. I think that's the answer. Because now I can get rid of the 2 things I needed to get rid of. Okay, I wasn't thinking of this T and K as being adjacent because they're so far away. Eh? K. Oh, it's like a Baba Is You kind of style, the world itself becomes a puzzle, maybe? I see, world complete. I got a key, that's cute. So if I could do this level... Oh no, there's too much mental bookkeeping on that. I have a key, just in case anyone was curious. Oh, end of the demo. Okay, well, maybe I'll give it one more try. So we proved that every O except this one has to be part of a lock. And I proved for some of them which lock it has to be part of, I think. This L is dead. But all the other L's are potentially live. And there are 3 locks I could potentially start with as well. But part of the issue, as I recall, is that some locks you could put down might... Right now, we have 8 L's, right? Yeah. And we know 2 of them are unused. One of them is this. But what about the others? What's the other L that's not being used? Well, the important thing is that there's only one of them. If I suppose I made this lock, I believe this breaks the puzzle. I think you just can't do that. I don't remember why. I had myself convinced a moment ago. It makes this L unusable, which is fine. We know one other L becomes unusable. But it also makes this L unusable. Yeah, that's the problem. These 2 L's. One of them has to use this K. And so this K can't be used by this L. Okay. Fine. And that means also, like more generally, this L and one of these 2 L's are the ones we're not using. So these other L's, these 5 L's, all have to make something. This one we just proved can't go up, so it must go across to here. No, what I just said is not true. It's not the case that necessarily this L and one of these 2 is unused. Because the same argument sort of holds... That's only true if we assume either this L or this L goes to this K. But... Well, wait, is that true? Like, this L could go here. And then this L could go here. And then we'd have this one and this one being unused. Not... No, that is what I was saying, isn't it? But okay, either way, these 4 L's in the center are all used by something. That's crazy. That's impossible. Just looking at it, there's no way it could happen. Because these 2 can both only use this O. So we can definitely say one of these 2 L's is not used. What is wrong with me? I've proven so many contradictory statements in such a short time. I should apply for an Ig Nobel. Right? Wrong. Right? Yeah, this L can't go over here. Can't go over here. Can't go down. It has to go up. So it has to use this one or perhaps this one. So this O... Well, if this is used. But this O is used by one of these 2 L's for certain. And that means the other one is not used. I don't see how there's any way around that. And we know this one is not used. And there's only 2 that are unused. Which means both of these actually do have to be used. Well, that's possible if this L goes up and this L goes to the side. Okay. this L is unused. And one of these is unused. So this one has to go over here. We gotta get rid of these K's. Which means this one has to go all the way to the top. So this one has to go sideways. We're getting somewhere. Yeah, this is what I would want a pen for. A lot of games like this include like a pen mode. I'm not missing one, am I? A book? Huh. Interesting. Well, I would have a pen if I bought that, I guess. Settings. Yeah, okay. I was here, is that? No. What? I thought this was... No, this is still in the demo. I thought... I tried to go here and it took me to the end of the demo. Okay. But now I've invested so much effort on this one, I'd like to finish it. Well, this O is occupied going up. This L has to use one of these. This one certainly... I guess it has to be this one, right? Because otherwise this O is stranded. So what if we started like this? Immediately committing to not using this one. Now I'm kind of out of L's and O's that I can erase, right? Like there's this one and there's this one. But everything else I erase has to be a K, and this K is kind of in the way of things. So maybe it should go first? Let's do this. Yeah, I think we got there. Yes. Okay, finally. I figured it out. Alright, the world is a puzzle. We gotta go here, here, and here. Cool. Well, now that I realize there's a whole other world, I think I will not put that in this video. We'll tackle this one tomorrow. We saw there was a new word of some kind here. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm having fun so far. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.